right, all right. Mic check. We're coming back off that first mix there. That was the Explorer mix. I hope y'all enjoyed. You may have noticed your boy in there a little bit, but so was Lolo Azulo and our friend Patrick Budd from last episode. So thank you all for that. And now for this next segment, got an exciting, as I said, phone interview. Our first phone guest calling in. We have an old friend of mine from college back in the Boston days, an avid podcaster himself, also a sports and One Piece fan as well. Today, I've got Gabe Richi on the line. What's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the program.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. Thank you. First of all, congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Second of all, first phone guest, first call in.
That's right. It's you.
I'm very honored.
And
very honored.
Just as you're coming up, the sun is coming out. I was mentioning earlier it was a little overcast, but look at that. You brought the sunlight with you. Appreciate you, friend.
My hockey.
Yeah, well, nobody would really expect Boston, I guess, for sunshine, but you're a special exception.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk some One Piece because, like I said before, we've done a couple episodes on your pod, One Pod, where we used to have a couple summit-like, meeting of the mind sessions, reveries, some might say. And I was diving into it a little bit before we started the segment, but recently, One Piece surpassed Superman at 500 million copies of a single. Well, it's not even a single running story with Superman, but One Piece it is. And what was your reaction, or what did you feel when you saw that? Because you've been a fan for a long time of this story.
Yeah. That was a really cool moment there for us One Piece fans, and not just One Piece fans, but anime fans as a whole. That it's like, whatever you say, it's kind of like, I'm not a LeBron fan. I mean, I do love LeBron, but I'm not a Lakers fan. But LeBron performing for the country at the Olympics
Right.
we can all get behind that. So even if you're not a One Piece fan, if you're an anime fan, and anime/manga being number one all time is pretty cool. And I remember looking that kind of stuff up. Because you'll hear like 7th highest selling story ever. It's like right behind Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling,
right?
Or highest selling author. And then I remember being right in front of Batman and behind Superman.
Yep.
Being like, oh, is it going to catch Superman? And it caught up surprisingly fast. And I think that has to do with like this boom of the past like couple of years, I would say, maybe with the live action. And then it's just the marketing monster it is. It's everywhere. It's got crazy. Absolutely everywhere.
Like the NBA, McDonald's, like I think a couple artists like have had One Piece collabs. Yes. It's absolutely everywhere.
Yes, it's completely just like crushed whatever you would call the second most relevant anime manga in the States is. It's completely dwarfed whatever. I mean, it used to be DBZ. It was Naruto. I'd say it's dwarfed both of those.
Definitely JJK maybe now for the new gen, but
JJK is massive for sure. But it's
Demon Slayer
was coming in second.
Definitely coming in second. So what does this story mean to you then? If you've been following it for this long, like you had that type of reaction of, hey, we're all getting behind. The team is getting behind. Why does that mean so much to you?
I would say so. It's a soft spot for me. I would watch it in middle school, but it was with the attention span I had back then. I couldn't keep up. And then when the pandemic happened, I had just graduated, and it was the perfect time to kind of binge. Like, what else was I going to do?
Right.
And I always knew it was good, and knew I just needed to put the time in, but you need to really watch it to understand. And it really is when you hit like the Savity Marine that whole saga is when you're like, oh no, this is the greatest story ever told. And then I feel like it keeps that pace throughout. There's some poor pacing here and there, but outside of that, what it means, what I think it's about, I was saying yesterday, it's crazy how often it comes up in discussion for me. But like the sacrifices, I really, what's cool about it is like the sacrifices people make for each other, and how there's not like some unstoppable force that doesn't need anybody else. Everybody in the story has benefited from somebody else helping them.
Right.
I mean, look at Luffy obviously with Shanks. Look at Shanks with Roger. Look at and Shanks with Kuma. I mean, look at that God Valley bit flashback. I don't want to get. Are we allowed to spoil?
Please, you know what? I think at this point, if we're going to talk about it, we can get spoilers. Real spoiler. You are listening live, but we're just going to speak freely. We're going to speak freely.
Yeah. I mean, if you have more general questions later on, they can speak to that.
We'll circle back.
Like the whole Kuma story in itself, like him saving. Of course, we all know about him and Bonnie, and then you have the initial God Valley book flashback. But in the one we just read in the manga like a few months ago, it's like, oh, so he's responsible for saving Shanks. He's responsible for saving Blackbeard. And it really, like, the concept of pirate crews and even the villains in One Piece, like, they have people they consider family that they rely on.
Right.
I think that's a really cool, might be simple, but it's a really cool theme. And then just the basic, like, believing in yourself against all the odds. Like, that sounds generic, but it's just, it hits different with Luffy because I always tell people, like, Dragon Ball Z, and I love Dragon Ball Z, but, like, the world revolves around Goku. It's like Frieza's strongest being in the universe. Nope. Now it's Cell. Now it's Kid Buu. Now it's whatever. Right. They keep One Piece. It's this world that has already been going on before Luffy's been born, and he needs to jump into it. And also, like, a cool visual thing Oda does is the size. Like, it's simple, but making these villains massive, cartoonishly big. Right. It helps add to the look at the odds this guy's going up against.
Right. Meanwhile, Luffy's like 5'8", right? And he's fighting 7 foot, 8 foot tall people. Yeah.
And he doesn't limit himself.
Right.
My favorite quote, maybe in One Piece, and there's many, but my favorite quote is when he's fighting Kaido and he says, "As long as I'm alive, there's infinite chances." Because it's that can be applied to life. Like, as down as you might be, you as long as you live another day, you have another shot at it. And
that's right.
Yeah.
And for context, everybody, in case you forgot, Luffy was getting effed up that fight. So if he still believed that, you can believe it too in your life. Let it apply.
Yeah, and it's not like asshole, like, oh, I'm actually the chosen one, even though there's a little bit of that. After there's a little bit of that, but it really is like, I have to find throughout One Piece. It's like him in particular, like finding creative ways to fight and get people on his side.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of the biggest things is for a shonen manga. It has battles, and battle is important to the story, but that art of persuasion is kind of the most important theme. Because crews, to build that team, you have to be able to persuade them to your team. You have someone like Rocks, where maybe it's Spoils and Bounty and Blackbeard. We join together all because we have like interests, but we're not actually friends. And then you have crews like the Straw Hats or the Red Hair Pirates or the Gold Roger Pirate, where it's family. And then you have everything in between. And it's kind of a message to, hey, how can you bring people together? What is your method for that?
Yes, absolutely. And those are all perfect examples of, like, they're very complex. It's like the worst people, even Doflamingo, who might be one of the most evil.
He's up there. He's up there.
You have that moment in Punk Hazard where Virgo's dying and he's talking to him on the phone. It's like, even he has relationships that he cherishes, and you don't see that a lot in fiction in general, really. Right. Which I find impressive, and in One Piece also, just like how beautiful it is, the world building. For sure. At the same time, how ugly they show the world is. And that's kind of how it is on Earth.
Yes.
That's kind of how it is on planet Earth.
On Blue Planet, both our blue planets are the same. Well, okay, so zooming out a little bit then, and more of like a meta story perspective, I think also to your point of the popularity, the marketing, and a lot of the story beats going up in the past couple of years is because we've reached the end game section of the story, right? And this has been 25, almost 30 years, of a story going, that we are now finally, things are being answered from year 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and now we're beginning the story there. So I guess, what do you think the significance is of this grand of a story that we've watched in real time actually reaching the end arc?
it's hard to think about, and it's you hit many points over the past few years in particular, where it's just like, oh, we're in the end game. Oh,
right.
We know what this guy looks like now. Oh, we have the answer to this. This was always something we've theorized for 20 years.
Yeah,
the answer.
Theories are coming true.
And it's bittersweet. It's absolutely bittersweet because I do think it's going to leave a void in us as fans. I think it's going to leave a void in Japan's economy.
100%.
How much of a monster this is. Like, are you kidding me? You said it, and you're one of the first people to point this out. Like, you're the first person I ever heard call it the modern day Odyssey, which is funny because the Odyssey movie is coming out. I'm
actually reading the Odyssey right now too, so that's also funny. Yeah.
Yeah, you called it the modern day Odyssey, and you pointed it out at the beginning of this show. Superman. There's a million different variations of the story, a bunch of different timelines. It's the same with all those comics. It's the same with a lot of authors where they have a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different books.
Right.
And this guy's dedicated his life to this one story.
Yep.
With these characters. And there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it.
Agreed.
And I'm so far past the point of like begging people to watch the show. That's how I was like when I first finished it or caught up. I was like, oh, you gotta watch blah blah blah. Now I'm just like, listen, man. I mean, it's your loss.
It really is.
If you don't want to enjoy this, it's your loss. You can watch 45 mediocre shows, or you could watch one great story. And Tyler, can we agree? Once you've caught up, you feel like it's not long enough.
It's not long enough. You need more. Like, you're chomping at the bit for the chapters every week. The anime just came back. You know, people were starving for that. It's not enough. It'll never be enough. That's fun to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, man. That idea of the author Oda being with these characters for so long, like most of his life, it seems. They must be as real to him as his family. You know, like his actual family, and creating the dynamics between people, and then that makes me mad sometimes when characters like don't get their just due. But I guess I'm like, I guess that's also like life, you know. Not everyone gets their highlights, their lowlights, but they play their part.
I love that part too,
you know
where
what I mean?
Not everybody's gonna make it. Kid, ran into the wrong guy.
He could stay down,
and it's over.
Right.
He had big dreams too. He has a backstory too. He has all these things going on for him, and it's not going to happen. Not everybody can make it to the big leagues, and that's kind of how I feel when they're like, you got some people who criticize, and One Piece is not perfect, but you have people who criticize this character's not getting enough shine, or we haven't seen this guy in a while. It's like, like you said, we're in the end game, and it's strictly heavy hitters from here on out.
Yeah, there's only so many people, right? I mean, from a power level perspective alone, but then also story beats. Yeah, it's like there's really only so many people that can be included here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I also think about, lastly, in terms of like the story ending, I'm thinking about the Japanese boy or girl who picked up Shonen Jump 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's been with them their entire lives. And they've gone through elementary, through middle, through high school, through college, and have gone on to have families and careers, and crazy. It's still there.
Right.
It's still there.
And imagine never taking a break.
LeBron too.
Say that again.
It's kind of how I feel about LeBron too. Like, he's done all these things, and he's still there.
Right. He is the staple. He is what will get you through. But it's true, because then like I know a lot of people that have taken breaks since they've read it and like come back, but those people that have, like you said, picked it up. I mean, there's somebody out there who picked it up in 1999 and has literally read every single volume, every single issue since then. And I got to meet them. If you're listening, whoever you are out there, I wonder if you can understand this, but please reach out. We got to hear from you. We got to hear from you once this is all over. All right. I have a couple more here for you if you still got some time for me.
I got time.
What you think? Okay. All right.
I got time.
Well, let's go back into the story itself then a little bit, and kind of just the current arc, the Elbaf arc. This is kind of one of those things we were talking about, that this has been a long time coming. In arc 1 or 2 of the show, Usopp wanted to come here to Elbaf. This was his, dream, destined fate since the very beginning. How have you felt since being here? And then obviously big reveals the past couple chapters, so we can build up to that. But has Elbaf lived up to what you wanted or expected? Maybe?
Yes. I always was like, they're gonna go to Elbaf. It will be cool. I never thought about it too much. Like when I'm like starting One Piece, and they're dropping hints on certain islands.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about Elbaf. I'm thinking about like Laugh Tale.
Right.
I was thinking about Wano in that way.
Yeah, definitely Wano.
Wano, Elbaf, I'm like, I met the Giants. Okay, they were cool.
Right.
There's gonna be a bunch of Giants there. But I didn't understand the significance really till we got there. And it really started to feel like there's that chapter at the very beginning where they're like, I think it's Lewis Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Do not linger there for long.
Right.
And that immediately adds this vibe of mystery to it that I was kind of craving that we haven't had in a One Piece arc in a while.
Right.
And I loved Egghead. I think Egghead's my favorite arc. Elbaf's right up there too right now.
You said Egghead? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would argue Egghead's my favorite. I love that it broke away
favorite from is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people would say that.
A lot of people wouldn't.
Okay.
But yeah.
Tell me why.
And
Tell me more.
I can get into that later, but as far as Elbaf's concerned, Loki's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he's great. That's been a great reveal.
I love the amount of screen time he's gotten. He's definitely one of Oda's favorites too, because he's always drawn with perfect detail. I also think the art has gone up a level, especially in these last few chapters.
And I think it's had to because of the scale. Like you said, the Giants and everything being so huge. Like you need to get detailed as well.
It's a lot like, again, I love One Piece, but sometimes the panels can be like where's Waldo? Like I struggle. Where am I supposed to read? What am I actually looking at here?
Right.
When it's like a clash. But it's
clash
been
piece.
so clean.
Yeah.
It's been so clean. Loki versus Emu. I mean, this is like I can't believe I'm living in this timeline where I'm actually seeing Emu fight.
Right, he's here. We know what he looks like.
Yeah.
And that's the big reveal. I'm sure anybody who knows what we're talking about knows that's the big reveal. But we have potentially the final villain, potentially one of the last fights in the story has arrived and has appeared. And this is the beginning of the end game. Like, what's going to happen from here?
Right.
It's a good way to set the tone, though. I think like they kind of need to get beat up a little bit so that we see, okay, there's still some journey left, even in this last leg of the journey, that they're going to have to elevate some.
Yes, absolutely. The crew in particular, like Luffy might be like a demigod or whatever, but like I really enjoyed Emu just one-shotting Zoro and Sanji in their own, using their tactics.
Yeah.
Zoro with a sword and he beats Sanji with his feet. I thought that was really cool.
I did too.
But, and this is one of Oda's best abilities, is the Loki Emu fight. It's making them both look strong to me, because it's like, okay, he obviously has to go harder against Loki than he did Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
So that gives that makes him look good. And then also Emu's tanking his moves, which makes Emu look even more insane, because Loki was able to just kill Harold.
Right.
But at the same time, Loki's hanging in there with Emu, which we haven't seen yet with all these badasses.
Yeah. He got stabbed. Island. He got like a lot. A lot has happened, and he's still up.
Yes. And so it's like both. It's like anybody who watches wrestling. It's like both wrestlers come out. Only one person can win, but both come out looking better after the fight.
Right.
He's a big fan of Elbaf. What do you think? How are you feeling? Do you think anybody's gonna die?
There was the Usopp rumors. There was they had the bounty out on Usopp. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, but I don't think any Straw Hats would die. I could see like Ya Rule, the old giant. I could see him getting, kind of taken off. I could see Loki can't die. Definitely not. He's got to be around probably for the whole play, at least until like Laugh Tale. I've heard a crazy theory that he joins Blackbeard, and I'm like,
that'd break my heart.
That would break my heart. But I think Elbaf's been living up the mural, which we haven't even talked about yet. The like old. Sorry, 1 second. I'm grabbing my charger at the same time. I don't want my phone to die on you. Everybody, you should know, just full behind the scenes. We do an old school. We got the phone up to the mic, so we're making this work. But the old science building, which kind of was just glossed over. Do you remember that with Vegapunk and Bonnie? It was like 3,000 years old or something. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That could definitely be something. But So far, I think there's been a lot more questions than answers. There was the flashback, which was incredible, but Elbaf itself, I think, has given more questions than answers. Because the thing you referenced, that don't hang out here too long, hasn't even been talked about yet. We have no idea what that is.
What do you think it is? I have a theory.
Time dilation is a theory that's out there that I've heard. Okay,
yeah.
Go on it.
Well, yeah. I think they leave Elbaf and they're going to be technically, and this is perfect, so they can still sell the Luffy merch, and he's going to look the same. I think they're technically going to be like 30 years old when they leave.
That would be insane.
I think like maybe not 30, but I think significant amount of time will have passed.
Really?
And some people will have passed away in that time, and do not linger there for long.
Well, I mean, do you think Garp would be dead then in that scenario? Because if a couple of years pass,
I think they kept him alive for a specific.
But you think the Blackbeard Prize will keep him for a couple of years though? Like, you know what I mean?
Why are they keeping him? Is a bargaining chip for the world government, right?
Yeah, something like that. I forgot, honestly. I forgot what Blackbeard's trying to do.
That was the reason they had kidnapped Kobe.
Oh, that's right. Because they want to be part.
Aokiji was like, I'm sorry, Blackbeard, I didn't kill Garp.
Right.
And Blackbeard was like, well, this is okay because he's an even better bargaining chip than Kobe is.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let me ask you one more here, and then I'm going to have to let you go. But if you got to choose a spin-off series, who would it follow? And would it be like a forward in time, back in time, side of time? What are we talking?
This is excellent. This is like specifically for One Piece in particular. This is an excellent question.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. All right, there's two guys who come to mind. There's three. All right, Shanks will be cool, right? But I think it'd be fascinating to see Akainu's full.
Ooh.
How did we
Okay.
get here? In Dragon.
Yeah.
In Dragon.
Dragon
We
be
got a
good.
little Dragon finally. We finally.
Dude, oh my
got a little
God.
Dragon in the flashback.
Finally.
I'm fascinated. Fascinated to see what's going on there.
Yeah. So you said, wait, Shanks? Oh, Shanks, Akainu, and Dragon? Those are the three?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that. I would even throw in a Kobe. You know, Akainu satisfies the Marine side. I need something on the Marine side.
Yeah, Kobe's good.
But Kobe, I think I would want Flash Forward. I don't want his side-by-side journey. I want, like, he's Admiral now. Now what's going on? You
How
know?
are we getting there? How are we getting there?
Yeah, that would have to be like an epilogue. That would have to be like it's after the story's done, flash forward 20 years. Or who was I talking to? Somebody said they wanted to see one where it was how Kobe now maneuvers in the world of Luffy as Pirate King. So, like, is he like Garp chasing him around? Is he like Sengoku that stays at the HQ and plans things? What is the world of Luffy's Pirate Kingdom mean for the Marines, you know?
But once Luffy becomes Pirate King, I think there is no world government to protect and serve anymore.
Right.
I think that's how he's going to technically destroy the world.
It's like the world order.
Destroying the concept of the world government.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's what I always. I'll let you go, but
No, it's okay.
what does being a Marine even look like when there's no more world government?
Yeah.
How do you fight off?
What does it even look like now? Like their day to day. So maybe I do need a side by side story piece of Kobe. Who knows? We'll have to figure that out. We got to petition Oda. And speaking of petition, I'm petitioning for you to get on a flight or train here, and we can do this in person for a full episode sometime. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Are we in DC or Virginia?
DC, baby. We right downtown.
I'll be there.
Oh,
I'll be there.
Yes, sir. Okay, good. Well, we'll talk and we'll get it together. But Gabe, thank you for joining me, man. This is a lot of fun. I appreciate you stepping in. You provided some valuable insight for the One Piece fans out there. Any last good tidings for them?
Tyler, One Piece aside, congratulations on the show. You're doing great.
Thank you, brother.
Great guy. And it's only up from here.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you. We'll talk soon. We'll talk after the show. Take care, homie. All right, everybody. There you have it. Sorry, we had some little issues there at the end with the volume, but that's Gabe Richi. That is, as you can tell, a fountain of knowledge when it comes to this One Piece. A fountain of passion, enthusiasm. And for everyone who doesn't know what we were just talking about for the past, 25 minutes? All I can say is I recommend you go check it out. One Piece, it's a story by Ichiro Oda. It's been going on for 25 plus years. It's over 1,100 chapters, and it's freaking fantastic all the way through. So I'm going to take you into another music break here. Remember, the first one was our Explorer mix. Let's go into the Energy mix now, for all of you who may have fallen asleep there. But for all of you who are also scintillated at the discussion, let's keep the energy going. Starting off with Hieroglyphs by Tyler On Demand, and Cam Strife.